Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Questions and comments. Question commentaire, the Honourable Parliament Secretary to the Government House Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I know I myself have had the opportunity to have some discussions with respect to this issue. I've had a number of constituents of mine actually via email express concerns, and they want to see the government to continue to build a more positive atmosphere in hopes that this matter can, in fact, be resolved. I think the Prime Minister and ministers have been very clear in condemning any sort of criminal activities. And I'm wondering if the member can just put his thoughts in regards to that this is an issue, like many other Indigenous issues, that is not only sensitive, but it's absolutely critical that we do move forward in the best way that we can. And I know at times it can be exceptionally frustrating, but we do need to continue to work at it.
Member for Courtenay Alberni.
Mr. Speaker, condemning the mobster terrorist type attitudes, these criminal activity, is not enough. This community needs to know that they're safe, that they have the protection that they deserve. All Canadians need to know that they're safe. And Indigenous people, when they exercise their rights, need to know that they're protected. So, what I'd like to say to my colleague, Ed, is that his government needs to provide that safety and security. They need to go to the table with a meaningful mandate. I cited what a judge said at another Aboriginal rights case. And the government's going to the table knowingly empty-handed, and they're leaving these files, and this is leading to tension that's unnecessary. It's all on the hands of the government, Mr. Speaker, and on his cabinet.
Question commentaire, question observation.
Questions and comments. The Honourable Member for Lac-Saint-Jean. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to thank my honourable colleague for his remarks. First of all, in the Bloc Québécois, we condemn the criminal gestures, the racism that we saw against the Mi'kmaq people. We can't turn a blind eye or put our heads in the sand. At home, we say to know where we're going, we need to know where we've gone. In the Bloc Québécois, we regret the capacity of the department. The current government needs to apply court decisions, needs to have a nation-to-nation discussion. So my question to the honourable colleague is this. Does he think that we are here tonight to debate what happened, the tragic situation? Is it because Ottawa dragged things on and did not act? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker?
Yep, go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, well, first I want to thank my colleague, and it's a great question. Tonight's debate is clear. We need to focus on ensuring that the fishers and that community and all communities across Canada are safe, and Indigenous people, when they exercise their inherent and constitutionally protected rights, that they are safe, and that this community is that there's justice for the violence that's taken place. We want to see more arrests and to deter any more action like this, and to pressure the government to get to the negotiating table with a meaningful mandate to accommodate these rights, and to get answers of why is it taking so long, not just here on Marshall, but to house it in other files. We need the government to take action. No more empty words and empty promises. Why did it take 3 weeks for them to get enough RCMP deployed to support the RCMP at that detachment in Nova Scotia? Why is there no RCMP boats on the water? These are legitimate.
Just going to interrupt the honourable member. We're going to take one more quick question. The honourable member by video conference, the honourable member for Winnipeg Centre.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And, thank you so much to my colleagues for bringing this important debate forward. I wanted to go back to the whole notion and definition of a moderate livelihood. Currently, the Mi'kmaq fishers have less than 0.15% of the traps in St. Mary's Bay. unlike the commercial fishers that currently have more than 99% of the traps. And I know I've heard our Liberal colleagues across the way talk about the importance of conservation. I don't think this is an issue about Indigenous people not valuing conservation. I think this is an issue of willfully turning a blind eye while the fundamental human rights, inherent rights, and constitutional rights of Indigenous people are being violated in Mi'kmaq territory. I wanted to hear more of your thoughts on that. I wanted to...
Our time is actually expired at this point, so I'm going to go back to the honourable member for Courtenay Alberni just to wrap up on that, and then we'll go to the next speaker. The honourable member for Courtenay Alberni.
She's absolutely right. I mean, when we talk about right now, and absolutely, first, the nation cares about conservation. They've been working for 3 years and developing a fisheries management plan. They care more than anybody about the importance of the stocks in St. Mary's Bay. And Mr. Speaker, when we see people, commercial fishers out there cutting trap lines, leaving lobster pots at the bottom of the ocean, destroying, hundreds and thousands of pounds of live lobster, that is not in the name of conservation, Mr. Speaker. Getting to the table is what the government needs to do and support the moderate livelihood and accommodation for that, for the nation, so that everybody can work together.